beautiful hot me. Thokoza lethu Kamuhelo. Thokoza to Mandombi saying go home sweet home. Oh, Thokoza Mnomdala. Thokoza there to Lady DK1. Thokoza to Busimbumi. Thank you for the beautiful rose. To Mbusem to Stash. Hey! Yeah. Thokoza there to Vero. To Fifi M. Okay. There's my music as I set up for today's reading. Collective, we'll be looking at the person that ghosted you. The one that ghosted you. Ispogo. Thokoza to Judith, to Gugu, to Zamuguhle, to Tabileko, to Mpumi. Siyaphila Mpumi wana unjani? Hayi. Ake sibone ukuthi why they ghosted you. Ingani lo muntu lo wakhetha ukuba yisipogo. Thokoza lethu Nozipho, Tumakosazana. I trust everybody is well this beautiful evening. We've got a very beautiful full moon. Very beautiful full moon here, collective. Thokoza lethu Makosazana, Tunozipho. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. You guys are absolutely amazing. Collective, this evening we'll be looking at the person that ghosted you and why they ghosted you. Thokoza lethu Terry. Maske sithela makati ngubisi. Oh no. Oh, okay. For some reason I saw that as the North Node. I was like, yeah? What's happening here? But there's always a reason for that. Right? And in our astrology base number 5, it was time for change. It was time for change. As Mangbono 5. First energy that I get there attached to it was time for change. Thokoza there too easy. And it may be difficult. Thokoza there too Lola. Thank you for sharing the live. Get the strong message here. It must have been a very difficult thing to come to terms with. Thokoza there to May. Thokoza to Kamuhelo. Thank you for those beautiful hand hearts. To Diwewe. Slisedikanya. Looking at your reading here, this was somebody here with Libra energy popping out in the astrology that was really diplomatic here in this union as things unfolded here between the two of you. I do get that this person here did not come to this decision very easily. It was not an easy decision for this person to make, but I do see somebody here that could have bottled up things, was unable to express themselves effectively, or felt unseen, unheard, detached. So many adjectives come to mind. However, I do feel here this is somebody here that felt that I do hear they were losing you, or they couldn't find you. You guys were struggling to find each other here in this union here. It does come across that this was a very social person, very charming, very beautiful, handsome. Thokoza there to Onsi, to Shanice. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. You guys are absolutely amazing. Collective, let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. Right? This person that I'm picking up on this evening here comes across as very sociable. Ngizwa utibelo with this T. I'm hearing a Tsepo. I'm hearing a Palisa. I'm hearing a Sean. I'm hearing a Freddy. I'm hearing, not getting a you, somebody who would share the same name as you, whether you translate it or mix it around. It's got the same meaning. She shares similar name meaning as well. I'm getting somebody here who acts an old actor. Maybe you were dealing here with a old actor here, but this comes across as somebody here who could have fallen from grace as well. With the lead energies as well, something that could have affected this union here. I feel that both parties could have been lazy. Thokozele to Vape, to Tabile Koki. Thank you for those beautiful gifts. All right. I do sense a lot of indecision as well in this union here. Two people here that could have possibly been pulling in two different directions here or seeing things very differently as things stood. With the fifth house being also very dominant here, I do see here there could have been a limitation of self-expression where maybe in the beginning the energies are suggesting here that there was a lot of room here for a lot of self-expression, creativity, lots of fun, lots of romance here. This is definitely for one or two of you a love affair, all right, or the energies are suggesting here. This was a love affair more than a cemented unit. In fact, I am getting that quite strongly. There was a lot of growth in this union, I must say here. All right, ukhulisile ngesizulu masikhuluma. Lo muntu lo ukhulisile ngomoya, ukhulisile mhlambe futhi ngokwenyama to some extent. And there could have been a lot of time that you guys spent quite a lot. Very spiritually charged energy here, very intellectually charged. I see very two intellectual people as well. And I'm seeing two people with this North Node wanting to come out again. I saw Libra seeing seemingly like North Node. It does seem here you're both here. It's like iron sharpening iron here. Togos are there too. Palisa. Togos are there too. Jay. Togos are to Liroto Mbusem. To Amy. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. You guys are absolutely amazing. Togos are to Sims and Lirato. I am getting here for one or two of you here indeed. This was a karmic union. This was for a lesson, a karmic lesson that needed to be learned here. And there was obsession. This devil energy just keeps popping up to the top here as I shuffle these small cards here. Underneath that, look at that, Libra energy again. So strong Capricorn that you could have been dealing with here. Strong hard worker. Somebody with lots of ethics, somebody here who likes things to be fair. Toes are there to happiness, to Danisile. You're right on time, Lerato. What are your lead energies here, collective? The names, this person's name could have started with a T, could have started with an E, could have started with a V, could have started with a UPS, possibly an IT specialist. I see FUL, could have been full-bodied as well. I see CIT here as well. Cash in transit, maybe this is somebody here, Ubene Mali, who is working in the CIT division here. Whatever it is, we're going to uncover why they ghosted you. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. You guys are absolutely amazing. Oh, you've blocked this person as well. Interesting. You're saying to me, Koko mina ngimblockile nami. Bengeke nje ngivume nje ukuthi kudlalwe ngami. Thokozele to Moira, to Ritabile, to Life Coach Pro. Because they were not aligned. Absolutely. Tozamdumdala lerato ati spot on. Ubus umbizana ngegama. Tozamdumdala. Right, Toza there to Viv. Thank you for that beautiful rose. Collective, let me tell you a story. Mangixoxele ingalekwane. All right. Hey, so many energies are popping through, but we will start with the lead oracle messages here around the messy truth. Again, ngibona ukuthi bekwenzakalani lana. And at the bottom of the deck again, we do have that 5 energy, new life beginnings there. Togoza there to Empress. Onzi Atego, he was going through a lot, and I didn't want to be hot spotted in negativity. Oh, bantu diwewe at iyo. What was there to Nonhlanhla? To everybody who's just joining me, like Nonhlanhla, first time on the live, I don't take any names or questions. I am facilitating a collective reading. And I do see here there was an energetic interference between the two of you. Definitely there was a third party situation, or the energies rather suggest that. Okay, let's see what was happening. Mhlambe sizayibona le mpukane le ebeyinhlupha. Right, to a once upon a time. Yes. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. You guys are absolutely amazing. Collective, we're currently on 20,000 likes. Let's keep tapping those screens. 50,000. Here we come. First card. It indaba. Unsent messages here. Things were never said, holding back, drafted, and erased. I felt that energy there with this Libra energy. I think that was the lead message. I can't even remember my words, but I just said there, Tuguti. I get that there's a lot of love here between you and this particular person here, even as things stand right now. And it is Mercury retrograde, and I'm hearing spirits being very clear and saying, Guti, you can love someone and also love them enough to release them. And I feel that's a lot what you've done here, collective Guti. You've chosen yourself. Togoza there to Kogi, to Zikona. Right. Easy. I tell you, whatever happened, Gogo, I accepted the lesson. User Mama, hey, so much happened to me. Was there to see where. All right. Umoya Ati, please reveal our community gifts. You can find it by tapping live gifts. I cannot see where that is, Moira, but when I see it, I'll definitely pop it up where I see it. Maybe you can direct me. Hey, alright. Vibe. I am doing me now. I get that strongly here, collective. You were holding back here in the recent past with these unsent messages. At some point, you guys kept missing each other or speaking above or across each other. Right. What you meant may have not necessarily been received or perceived in the manner that you wanted it to be received in. Or one or two of you, I do feel here there was an estranged energy here that possibly was interfering with communication, particularly during this Mercury retrograde energy that we're in right now. You may say to me here, hey, communication. Ibin static energy. Talks to Ndalo Yami says, hey, Gogo, I resonate. Now start here, we didn't understand each other. Talks to Nezi. I do feel that over a period of time, this began to gnaw at you at some level here and possibly left you in an energetic confluence of almost saying, Gafana. Togoza that you mantapa. Is the energy that I'm getting here. All right, because look at that bottom of the deck here. You do have here, I gave it my all. Overgiving, feeling drained, love not returned here. Oh, collective. What else do we need to know for the collective here? Yeah. This is possibly somebody here that left you unread. So there was a very deep communication problem here that I'm sensing in this energetic confluence as to why they ghosted you. Ibiyanga khona, it was like sands through the hourglass, just trickling and trickling and trickling and trickling towards the to wildflower, to the point where, seemingly it would seem that you both started to marry each other quite aggressively. Njengoba ngibona lo 3 hours lona, I'm getting a strong energetic confluence of you saying to me, like I always say, gogo, if akangibulisanga ekuseni, nami angimbulisi. If akarespondi, nami angirespondi. Ngiyambona online gogo kodwa akakhulumi nami. Uthi good night kimi, aphinde abuye. Hey, makhosi, hey. Hotata bana, house in amaqheka. I see you experiencing a lot of racing thoughts as all of this is happening. See what I Gogo, there was silent treatment. Lots of silent treatment here. In fact, I would say that was the beginning of the precipice of this relationship. That was the last straw on the camel's back. I see two big egos. So was there to Esmeralda. Couture. As for he ghosted me for no reason. We'll find out. We'll find out. We're looking first at the oracle messages here. At what was the atmosphere here between the two of you here? I see you as well here. Because of this person here leaving you on red, I do understand why you'd have so many unsent messages, because you're still saying to me, ekugcineni gogo, bese kufike la ukuthi kuyafana kwangqingetshe. Ungqingetshe bese kathi sekuyafana. Easy says cuts deep, being all into someone who's all out. I don't think they were all out. If we were to look at the lead energy of the devil energy, this is someone that, yes, definitely we can look at the devil energy as someone who's very toxic, also very obsessed, somebody who could have wanted to control you. At the very same time, they come in with this Libra energy here as well, where they want to create balance here, strong earth energy here. This is somebody who could have been very possessive here, somebody who could have been very obsessed, somebody who couldn't also manage their emotions is what they're showing me here. Somebody here who has struggles with addictions that I'm pulling through. Kuthiwa power struggles sana thokoza lethu ya not at all ya thokoza lethu ugogo unqobile ufifathi very controlling uzathathe gogo, I relate, but I'm the one who blue ticked him cause he was very controlling, says Ubusi, and jealous. Hayi lo mfana thokoza lethu zozo. Umbali Emat, he was controlling to me, but yet saw through ukuthi ngeke uzathathi is all that you are saying, gaslighting tendencies. Make sibone ukuthi yini futhi ezayo la. Yeah, this person confused you. Thokoza lethu Mandy, to me to Bontle. Yeah, this person confused the living daylights out of you. Funny, I dreamt of him. A very good evening there to Ntabi. Right? Yeah, I feel that you guys could have felt that you were going around in circles here. Yes, this almost there, not this here. You're not even sure whether you're friends or maybe you're not friends. It's complicated that, and I'm hearing for one or two of you, iphele ngokuthi athi kuwe, we just have irreconcilable differences. Wakushaya ngesilungu, wakushaya encyclopedia, usangwane, waphuma kanje, wathi sizayishiya lapho. Thokoza lethu Miss L, Tumabongi. Hey, Umbali Arat, I keep dreaming of him. Nalapho kuyaliwa. Nalapho kuyaliwa. I did feel good, there was an energy in the background. I feel a very strong unresolved tie here. For one or two of you here, you may also go as far as saying to me, Koko, I truly feel that this person, imhlayimbe, the energies are leading to say they were using you to a means to an end of some sort. I-energy engizwayo yileyo, mhlambe they wanted to make someone jealous, and you were the one, Shem, who was the sacrificial lamb here. Awu bantu, awu bantu. I understand why it's complicated. And it seems as if the energy suggests to whatever was in the background here took up a majority of your time here. Whatever was happening here in the background here took this person's attention here quite a bit. The bandwidth was there, and it wasn't quite clear here, you know. It's so interesting ukuthi ume wedwa la kodwa nasi sithunzela ngapha. For one or two of you here, you're saying to me here, Koko, I was competing here with a ghost. I was competing with a ghost. You didn't even know who you were competing with, but you could feel ukuthi ikhona mani inyama phansi komngqusho. Oh, Betuna, Umbali Arati, literally. Oh, Bantu Siwe, Togo, I received a cold. I'm not sure if that you wanted to say of violence, and I stayed away. Hopefully, it's not GBV. Esmeralda but 3.5 years, Gogo. Gosh, for 3.5 years, Uleradat, it's starting to make sense now, Gogo. Thokoza Mdumdala, Umbali Orat, I used to dream about him. Thokoza there too, Tabile Koki, for those beautiful roses. Yeah, look, this is the time where you are going to be dreaming about a lot of past people, definitely with this Mercury retrograde and the full moon influences here. Yeah, and indeed, a lot of you are going to get the truth. Iqiniso lizawuphuma, lizaziphumela. And what I'm hearing from spirit as well is that you were always, you always had the power in your hands. Thokoza there too, Lerato Njangase. Thank you for that beautiful gift. Unanat, I'm very proud of myself that I didn't call him a retrograde. I'm definitely closing that cycle. Wow. Wazikhetha unana. Uthi mebuya ke usangwane. Uthi mebuya usangwane akuthembise izulu namafu. Athi bona yimi nabomalume siyeza neyinkomo ngizothumela iletha. Sekusele kancane kukhona okuthize engisakulungisa. Satan. Satan. Oh gosh. I don't mean to laugh, collective. Yazi serious kanjani le ndaba. Thokoza that uMakisi umgulukudu. Hey, that is going to be the best boyfriend ever. Kuphi la. Because I do get this energy here of this person here being incredibly inconsistent, incredibly selfish, incredibly self-centered. Mhlambe kasebenza incredible connection, kodwa asikho lapho. Kodwa asikho lapho. Right? Kuthiwa for the past 3 years, every time Ngome, he becomes silent and distant. Yeah, there's a pattern here. That's why it became so confusing here to you. Ubungazi man, ukuthi kwenzakalani lana. I do get there was a very intense connection here between you and this particular person, and for one or two of you here, you struggled a lot to really heal this connection here. In as much as your mind, your intuition is saying to you, it's best to close this chapter. Kodwa inhliziyo ayiphakelwa, collective. Inhliziyo ayiphakelwa. Kuthiwa breadcrumbing at its best. Kuthiwa yes, koko injalo, Ngome uyanyamalala usangwane. Hey! Yeah. Oh. No, this person stressed you out. get that this person really stressed you out. I do get here that, looking at the divine feminine energy that is here, collective, I see you here being the more compassionate one. I see you being the one that was, kuthiwa abantu abathandani equally. If sike sayehlula le njenge-math equation, you were in 70, they were possibly in 30. Mawuthi ngiyamzwela-ke, you were in 60-40, but there was an imbalance here. There was a lot of distractions here in this union here. And, for one or two of you, you're admitting to yourselves that you really were just in love with the idea of being in love in retrospect. You were in love with the idea of being in love in retrospect. Hey, Gogo, I had an anxiety. I'm sure you had anxiety attacks, Munai. Good evening there to Naledi. Kuthiwa inhliziyo Gogo. Kuthiwa true. How abantu Nhlanhloso Ntomdala? To JD, absolutely JD. I'll definitely put you in my prayers. Remember what I said in my last live, Uti. I am praying for the collective during this trying time. So when I do see your name, I'll definitely make a note and I will put you in those prayers when I JD, and hoping for all the best. Susanna from Belgium. Togozam Dumdala. All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. You guys are absolutely amazing. Collective, we're currently on 49,000 likes. Let's keep tapping those screens. 100K. Here we come. Collective, let me tell you a story. Usiyate, Gogo, your voice is healing. It's Gogo Mdumdala. Hey, Mone Insomnia. It's a very good place to be here if you need unorthodox healing. This is the right place to be. Mangshabele Mgama. This energy is rampant here, collective. This energy here is oh Nana. I see Nana is in the building today. Gokunqobile. Funeke ngimphakamise. Uriathe ndim loyo. There was a lot of back and forth here, collective. A lot of back and forth. For some of you could have lived with this person. For one or two of you here, it was this energy of moving in, moving out. Togoza there too. Guinea B, welcome. Lesedikhanya Mdumdala. Mbaliara, that's how it was when I left my bags. My betty, that was me. Going up and down, in and out. I see a lot of ultimatums being put on the table here. I see you also being very tentative. Lots of threat energy here. At your core energy, you knew what you needed to do, but I feel that you kept stopping yourself. Because ujika la emnyango thokoza thi uthabile kuki and kile. See that I don't want him anymore, but every time I want to call it off, my voice disappears. True. My voice disappear la. My voice disappear. You think about this repeatedly. You've got, for one or two of you, you kept rehearsing it. You kept rehearsing it ukuthi ya ngizomtshela ukuthi makafika nje ngizomtshela indaba zakhe, ya ngizomvezela amakhwapha enyoka namhlanje, ngizomvezela amazinyo enkukhu uzongazi kahle. Makafika nje athi sithandwa sami, sithandwa sami, sinqanda mathe sami, wena ayidu esohlukaniswa yithuna, awazi ukuthi ukuthanda kanjani. Hey hey, azini angiyeke ukuba spice, mangiyeke 6 gun angipheki namhlanje. Collective, let me tell you a story. Yeah, you held yourself back quite a few times here. And for one or two of you here, I get a very strong energy here. Thokozele to Thomas ukuthi you did these ultimatums for it got so bad, it was almost attention seeking. You know, almost to test ukuthi uyangithanda yini. Mange ngaphumuza ngivimba yini. Yabo makangangivimbi kusho ukuthi akangithandi. Kodwa wangivimba kusho ukuthi uyangithanda. Satan, njani? Hi to Thomas. Look at this lead energy. I mean, this energy, if we got we're literally 50% into the oracle messages here. Your energy has already stated a foundation in Iguya, but the foundation was very rocky here. With horns, when I say it, with horns. Hey, yeah, for a lot of you, Nikalile Shem, Nikalile. Urea said, yes, Okare, I'm desperate. I see that energy here. It was mind games. It was mind games. It was intense, you know. If bengakubuza ukuthi yini yona le ibikuletha kulomlisa lo noma lo muntu wesifazane lo, you couldn't tell me except for the intensity. You couldn't put it in words. Thokozele to Sipho. Kuthiwa bashimane onanathi I even in the dream I wanted to leave the relationship, but ngahluleka. He's peppeting me. Wenzani nani? Hey, as in mangithule. Hey, ugini be athi mina umjolo ngishap. Hey bathu. Yeah, user Mamat. I left him because I am confused. Yeah, there's the confusion. We saw that confusion there. What else do we need to know here, Spirit? Eke. My cards don't miss. Why they ghosted you? You guys had already ghosted each other. Ngishilo. I said this in the beginning of the reading, right? And lots of silence here, lots of back and forth, lots of uncertainty, lots of unable to really understand each other here. You know, I see a willingness to some degree to some certain subjects here, but I'm also seeing two very stubborn energies, big egos here. Very big egos here, right? Akekho ufuna ukwehla esihlahleni sakhe, akekho ufuna ukwehla entabeni yakhe. Omunye nomunye kushaya ikapa nje la. And I get for you, collective, I feel that you really wanted to spend a lot of sensual time with this particular person. And Lorna, ikhanda lakhe limtshelo kwakhe. I'm almost seeing this person here not wanting to be held down or feeling, as I'm getting that air and fire energy, that they don't want to feel contained. They don't want to feel contained or trapped, or it's almost like they've got serious committal issues here. Now, this wasn't avoidant. His silence was loud. Yeah, but my pride won't allow me to reach back out to him. Yes, self-centered big ego. Yes, Rami Capricorn came out. There was a duality there. He loved me and he hated me. Yeah, there was a thin line here, collective. There's that thin line between love and hate, between you and this particular person here. For one or two of you here, I do see someone here who I did say there were some addictions here that I'm seeing here. You all know here, Guti. I'm talking about this person because they were doing snow. What else do we need to know? Yeah, you guys weren't able to really reach each other. It's almost like you both spoke a different love language altogether. And it's almost like shocking to get to I'm almost seeing you having spent some time and almost asking yourself ukuthi sifike kanjani la? Sifike kanjani la? Moving forward to that, like I said, beningazwani, talking to the void. Talking to the void. Togoza there too, Manda. But good evening, collective. And Gogo. Oh, Mandaba, always there. So happy. Full of life, full of love. Togoza mdumdala. Right? Yeah, I do feel here that, you found it very difficult to resolve issues that arose in your union here. For one or two of you could say, bekufana nokukhuluma nebona gogo. For one or two of you are saying here, yazi gogo, avume yonke into, avume yonke into, yazi kube ngathi ungizwile. Azayibuyisele kimi, you know what we call that, close loop communication. Ayiphinde lento engiyishilo, ngimuzwa ukuthi uyayizwa lento. Hayi, it was falling on deaf ears, and they repeated the same offense. Umkhuze uthi yazini uyasixabanisa ubani bani. For one or two of you, knew who this person was in the background, and they'd agree ukuthi yazini no nakanjani ngizamyeka lo muntu, or no kuphelile lana lo muntu lona. But at a moment's notice here, you found ukuthi man, khona ibalo lezi ayihlangani man. Yazi ubala iminwe yonke esezandla ney'nyawo ibingahlangani, ibingayenzi u-20. Khona into bishoda nje la. To Siphokazi and everybody who's just joined me, Siphokazi from Cape Town. I'm not doing any personal readings. If you'd like to have a personal reading, Siphokazi, shoot me a direct message and I'll schedule you a reading with the different prices that are available. Collective, thank you so much for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. You guys are absolutely amazing. Collective, let me tell you a story. Kwathini ke spirit? Yabanda leti. Yaske yabanda ke ngoku leti. Kwabanda nebed. Kwakhuphuka nesiribhos. Waba mad. Kuthiwa indlala ibangulaka. You were angry, collective. Hey, yaza nginkombi. I'm saying the message verbatim njoba ngizwa njoba nisho kimi. No. Parliament kwavala amagate. Kwaba it's like an annual event for one or two of you, or yazi ngalelo party ngoba manje bekungasase into eyenza bese kuyinto yeparty uvelelwa i-invitation yase-parliament. I get a lot of closed off energy here. Again, I'm getting a lot of ego, I'm getting a lot of pride. I'm getting a lot of both of you at some stage now avoiding your emotions here and no longer engaging your heart space. Masenkulumisana. It became mind games. It became mind games at some point. It's almost this energy of saying, ngizambonisa ukuthi ngubani. Ngizomfundisa ukuphila nabantu. Ucabanga ukuthi ubani yena? Hayibo collective. Hayibo, nithini kum? He left without saying not even a notice. Kuthiwa kindergarten. Kuthiwa it's too draining here, Gogo says wildflower here. What else do we need to know here? Oh, lovely. Lovely. I love this energy here. You know, Mangbona, this energy like this, it says here, through it all here, collective. And that's why I saw that North Node. Now it makes sense, Lapana, with that Libra energy. You learned the lesson. You were able to really choose yourself and really separate waters from waters. Separate matters from true matters here. Right? And I see you working on yourself through all of this, you know. You're in the storm, but you're sitting there so calm. You are like the calm of the storm here, collective. I don't see a lot of you towards the end giving the person here the satisfaction of the reaction that they were trying to garner from you here. Instead, I'm seeing you taking a lot of self control. I'm seeing you here choosing yourself and saying, yazi ngiwasendile wonke ama-message amade, sesengwasende wonke. Sikhulumile nabomalume, sikhulumile no-anti, sikhulumile no-therapist, ngikhulumile naye. Umandaba, why do all of us end up in the same loophole here, never learning the lesson? It's a good question, Mandab. And I'll do another masterclass about it. But in summary, remember, karmic unions are for the sole purpose to teach you a lesson here. And there was to choose yourself. Here was to trust your intuition here. Here was for you to realize what ngesinye talking to someone and trying to get your point across ngesinye isikhathi, ukuzichithela isikhathi, and trying to change someone is nothing that you have any control over. Rather, people change when they want to change. Oh, Betuna. Lost oracle message. Yeah, it was a sweet and sour experience here. It was and look at that. You were just too kind to your collective. You were self-sacrificing. You gave of your time. You gave of your love. You gave of your energy. And the more this person pulled away, it's the oldest trip in a karmic relationship. The more you poured in. Toggles are there to breathe. Thank you for that beautiful heart, me. The more they pulled away, the more you thought, no, let me pour in. Let me not be the toxic one. Let me not be the negativity here. Let me not be the negative contributor here. Maybe if I just love him more, if I love him, if I pour in more effort here, they will love me back. At the bottom of the deck, we've got here, there's that energy. I gave you my all. Overgiving. At the end, you felt drained. At the end, you felt that your love was unreciprocated here by this union here. I'm led here to get into the no contact, no communication messages first before we get into the tarot. Because they've got something to say. Indeed. They've got something to say here, collective. Let them speak their truth or forever hold their peace. Let them speak their truth or forever hold their peace. No, we're not getting dark confessions of this kind. Thokoza umanda bawathengela ukhokike peace uthi angashiswa ilanga. Okay, which I know they must hold it. They must hold it. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. You guys have been absolutely amazing. We're still in a marketing ways. King of Wands energy. There's a very intense, intimate energy between the two of you. And I'm seeing you trying by all means ukuthi uzivimbe. Yazi manje uyazivimba. If you could, you'd put yourself in a straitjacket somewhere. Wenze sure ukuthi iphutha alenzeki la with that King of Wands energy. Kodwa if things were different, if there was not this commotion, this third-party energy here, this karmic elements, and all these opposing forces here, umntana abantu bozomudla ngamazinyo eParliament bekangeke aphume. Ngiyabona-ke why befuna ukubaleka umuntu. Yini ngathi ubumvalela collective? Yini ngathi benivalela lo muntu? Yini ngathi benimvalela lo muntu lona? To Sisipho, I'm not taking any names. All right, to everybody who's just joined me, I am doing a collective reading as to why they ghosted you. Right? Avoidant, nervous. You make me nervous, collective. Even just thinking about you gets me nervous. I'm not sure what to say or how to act around you. You guys were, it's like you speak two different languages, and I got this energy here of nerves. I also got the energy here of more than nerves. It's almost like semantics, someone here playing games. What else do we need to know here? This isn't goodbye. I don't know where you are. I don't know what you want, but I will find you. Hey, your person has got games. Yes. Anyway, Uti, this isn't goodbye. I don't want to walk away, but that's what's best for me and us right now. This isn't goodbye. We will be together again. Uti, you are never, Shem. Never, Shem. Lingaba nje licoshwe ezinkukhu. Together in his dreams. Hey, Umbalata, I knew ukuthi uzobuya. Nangu sangwana, there's the intensity. Look, make no mistake here. In Parliament, you did your thing as they did their thing. But man, ikhanda lakhe belizula man, ikhanda lakhe belimtshelo kwakhe bekukuningi man, bekangekho focused. However, they want you to know that you are the person I want to call when something good or bad happens. The first thought when I have news to share, you're my person. Umuntu wakhe lo muntu. Magasho. Let me distance myself from those allegations. Magasho yena. We will see in the tarot ukuthi likhona yini iqiniso la. Just off the sense of the reading as how it's unfolding right now. Uthando nalo for wena yebo liyalingana nelakho leli wumnika lona cha. Hey, we'll find out. First reason enye abaghostile for the wounds, right? My father is a big influence on my behavior now as an adult. I have challenges with connecting to divine masculine energy within me and externally. And for one or two of you here, I do get a late father energy here quite strongly. Right? So yes, the energy would also align with that with you. I am getting also Wuti, the father wound was created with also inept dynamics between the father and the mother. Right? So ikhona futhi into ebiphehla amanzi laphana between umama nobaba laphana, kodwa umuntu wakho is wounded. Wounded umuntu wakho. Very wounded. And I'm hearing a wounded healer. So I get quite strongly your person could have also been very intuitively gifted and very spiritual as well, and still trying to find their way. Okay. The future. Hey, I daydream about our future together, going on adventures and growing old together. I want it all. Uyaphupha Hashem. Vuyo is a big dreamer. Nangu Vuyo. Vuyo is a big dreamer. Yeah, this one was a big dreamer here. I mean, they sold you the world. I mean, they did confess ekuqaleni ukuthi hayi bekumashaya lo. That's what I'm getting here. Bekawumashaya futhi umuntu wakho. Hayi bekakugoqa, bekakuphethe exactly la bekakufuna khona. Hayi bekakuphethe exactly la bekakufuna khona. Hayi bekakubambe ngento encane. Hayi bekubambe nje ngento encane. Thokoza there too. V, thank you for that beautiful rose. No, cool. Right, what else do we need to know? Yeah. I feel this is la 30% mawuvela on the surface. La 30% mawuvela sekazicabanga ayibheka le union lena from hindsight, from a point of healing, from a point of maturity, from a point of true love. nalo uthando alubonisayo la athi, let me go. You deserve all the good things in this world, and right now, I'm not in a space to give you the type of connection you deserve. Live your life and let me go. So naso-ke isizathu sokuqala lesi-ke phezu kwale izathu ukuthi bikhona nje inyama phansi komngqusho. There was something in the background here that was distracting your person here from being fully present in this union here. How? OTP, he bought every girl. He dated cars and houses except you. Why? I wonder. I feel that is a blessing in disguise. Those are usually used to control you, my sweetheart. Those are usually used to control you, nothing else. Zibekwa ungenandandatho ngokunika imoto nendlu ngifuna ukucontrol. Thokoza that you Bertha. No sasa. Thank you for those beautiful roses. Ngisuke ngifuna ukucontrol. And awuyiboni wena ubona nje ukuthi wow. Isithabathaba, new wheels, ngokuphethela umncane khona. And kuba nzima-ke ukuthi ube autonomous, uzimele uzicabangele maseyinjalo ngoba-ke hey, make ngidlule. Again, things were unclear. I don't know how to feel about this connection anymore. There's that confusion coming up again. Came up here, confused as hell. Things were just unclear. I feel that there was blurring of the lines excessively beyond what you would have liked to have had any blurring of the lines here. Wildflower, I dreamt of him giving me his black card, Coco, and 100 rand, Usangwan. Hey guys, masuke ijeneyifayo. Yes. Anyway, let's move on. What else do we need to know here? Is it true? So this person is keeping tabs on you. This person is still keeping tabs on you. And ushilo ukuthi uyabuya in any case. Is it true? I heard that you were dating someone. Is it true? Please tell me that it isn't. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Absolutely, Mandaba. Uns. Mxolele uns. Awuxoleli yena. You just forgive it so that you can release yourself. The forgiveness is for you more than them. Right? How Thomas Bantu. Oh Bantu. Mariama is through. Oh, Thokozandlondlo, long time. I was actually thinking about you. Hey, I wonder where Mariama is. I've been marking a register. Thokoza Marie. I know he's gonna call me Unana. Hey, uzobona nje. Intafuna ukuyibona. 2V, fine. He said he's coming back, my darling. He said this isn't goodbye. But this is the universe giving you an opportunity, time and space to be alone, to sit with your thoughts, to truly reflect on what happened and really make a decision from that point forth. What you've showed me right now here, if this reading resonates with you here, T being cold, talking to the void, no contact zone, you decided to heal yourself. It was a sweet and sour union here, back and forth, love bombing, unsent messages, left on red, confused as hell. If that's what you want, my darling, if that's what you're looking forward to, if that's what you dream of what love is, if that's what your definition of love is, then yeah, they're coming back to school you again on the same karmic lesson here. Thokoza mntomdala. Awubheke usangwane bottom of the deck uthi you're my soulmate. It must be written in the stars because most definitely you're my destiny. We belong together. Hey. Not at all, not at all. And they want to know, will you listen? There's so many things I want to say to you, but will you hear me all the way out? Will you believe me? Now, why do they want to convince you of something? Zbegwa. Why is it that they feel compelled that they want to convince you of something? I mean, the writing is on the wall. How many times have you cried yourself to sleep at night? Some of you have taken anxiety medication. Some of you, with the stable energy being here, you've used numerous coping mechanisms here: vaping, smoking, drinking, binge watching, sleeping. I'm hearing going off at innocent people. Ngenxa yakalo. They switch your mood like this. You are so happy in the morning. You are so happy. Uvuke. You were the happiest thing in emhlabeni. The world could have been more perfect. Aveska kumayize. And then your energy just goes down. Kancane kancane. Kancane kancane. White flower. Satan. Or Nozi, but I still want him back. I love it more when you're on this collective, because kuhle to learn the karmic lesson so that you understand it for yourself at a very deep core level here. You know, if their actions, again, if their actions when they made you confused were not enough, and you still feel it's love, if they left you on red and you still feel that is love, if you feel that you can't even talk to this person, uyasaba nokumtexta, love bombed, going back and forth, sweet and sour. You've been healed, right? You enjoy being stonewalled and ghosted. If you enjoy talking to yourself, if you enjoy being ignored, then absolutely no zippo. Elami umuntu omdala ukuthi, to give you a different perspective of things here, ukuthi musubheka lezi zinto lezi that you've been experiencing, are you deserving of that experience? Last card. I thought so, but this one has got mother and father wounds here. I thought so, right? So, like I said there, also their mother is a big influence on their behavior now as an adult. They have challenges here connecting with the divine feminine energy within them and externally. Makasithela makadinga ubisi, let's tap into the Taurus chile kahle ukuthi kahle kahle yini inkinga yakhe lo muntu wakho lo. Yini yona kahle kahle le akugostele yona. What was their main problem ngawe? Bekuyini lengaka? Yini lengaka le ezayenza ukuthi isimo sifika la sasafika khona kwabe ukuthi asinyamezeleki? Khulumani phela ngibonisa ikhadi ekufanele ukuthi ngilisebenzise. Ake ngene la. For one or two of you here, you'll know who this person is because your conversations were reduced to just K. Hey, kunjani? Kwathini? Okay. And you resent the letter K now. Okay, akenzanga nix. Thokoza lethi uMandlovu. Kuthiwa yasincengi. Usathi, hey, usile mkhulu loya muntu loya. Usile. All right, let's see here. Hey, animfuni okay. Hey, kuthini luma umuntu? Hey, kuthini luma umuntu? Wathi K? Lapho his name starts with a K. Yeah. Thokoza Thulebu in stitches that I also resent that letter K, Coco. Oh my goodness. Thokoza the two mango bese. Thokoza mdumdala. Right. Spirit clear, concise. Some messages here for my collective. What do they need to know for their highest and greatest good? Why were they ghosted here by this person? Les pogoles. Oh man, the devil energy again. Basically, they were toxic. You were dealing with a very toxic, narcissistic, controlling devil. Angizambiza njengoba vele. Na nazi naneyimpondo namhlanje uyigqokile leyimpondo. They had a certain look in their eye. They had a very distinct look in their eye. I am getting a very strong Jezebel spirit in this person's energy, regardless being male or female, right? There's no gender in tarot. I'm getting that this person here had a devil dick. You are obsessed here, collective. There was unchecked obsession here on both ends. Izathi une-plural gogo akahambi ngemoto eyi-one. Uneymoto is, I feel here, collective, after all of this push and pull, the natural outcome here was for you to be obsessed here, collective. Yazi umuntu who love bombs you and then pulls away. The natural response that your psychology will do after being love bombed here is definitely being obsessed. That's why you hear people mabangena kuma relationship and people ask you for advice, but no, give him or her attention, then pull away. That's how you make them love you more. Absolutely, that's the psychology of a relationship. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. I would not advise you to do that if you really love somebody. You care about this person and you love them. Be honest. Be present. OJonas ngempela. Nisibonile isitori sikaJonas. UJoyce wabantu uzamile. Yazi uzamile shem. Sengibheke manje fatal seduction. UJonas was 2 manje ubani le amlisa? uJakobe. Yabona abalisa laba abaqala ngo-J. Did we find a J here? Jay-Z, Jacobe, Jonas. Just wash. Ibani la? Hey, ngiyadlala. Hey, let's not. Masingachithi bathini amanzi nomntwana lapho. No, it's not all people that start with the letter J that are toxic here, but there seems to be a pattern here. There seems to be a pattern here. All right. All right, Shem. You saw long term in the past. You saw long term. You wrote out your whole life from the words, I love you, I want to be with you. You started planning out 10, 15 years ahead. We're going to live in a house with a white picket fence. We're going to have our 2.5 kids. We're going to grow in our career here, and then we're going to travel, and then we're going to have a business together. We're going to grow. We're going to be amazing. We're going to be the bomb. Diggity fresh. Rose-colored glasses here is what I'm seeing here. You forgave this person a lot. Oh, the network. You forgave this person a lot. And Sashik. For 1 or 2 of you here, I do see here there could be a child. Page of Pentacles is a child energy here. So there could also be pregnancy here involved. So I see a very early pregnancy. Isibhekwa nje. Akuphelanga unyaka sahlala. Akuphelanga unyaka sahlala. All right. What else do we need to know? What's happening now in the energy? Tuvutali. Absolutely be fine. This was a karmic contract. To Vitali, I'm not taking any names, my angel. To anybody who's just joined me like Vitali, I am doing a collective reading here between you and the person that ghosted you here. The current energy that you're in here, collective, I feel that you're really working on yourself. You know, if you were looking at me here, or you weren't showing me your back, turn to this union. I would say that you wanted to work on this. No, you're saying to me, Gogo, what's more important right now is me, my spirituality, my growth, my finances here, building relations with my family, my friends. Yeah, strong emphasis here on your religion and your spirituality here, pulling through quite strongly here, really working on yourself. You're really coming to terms to understanding ukuthi ungubani ngempela ngempela. Wow, thokoza lethu unsi. Thank you so much, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. You guys are absolutely amazing. Collective, we're currently on 98,000 likes. Let's keep tapping those screens. 150, here we come. Collective, let me tell you a story. Zathini ke gogo, izanazo gogo, uzanayo kakuhle gogo. Right, future energies here. Oh gosh. Mina ngeke ningifihlele mina collective. Ningaxoxa nonke ningitshele konke nifuna ukungitshela, but this 8 of Swords energy, you feel tied to this person. You feel a strong pull to this person. You're almost saying to me here, noma ngenzani gogo, yazi lo muntu lona ngimthola sengimcabanga noma Dr. Mo, Thokoza Mntomdala, thank you for those beautiful hand hearts. Wafika udokotela ukuphethe injection ke collective abadinga ama-script nama-injection, usefikile udokotela. But you are a very strong bond here. But you know the secret of the 8 of Swords here, if you were to see behind this lady's hands there, that knot is not tied. Ayiboshwanga, akaboshwanga lo muntu. In fact, even if ubeboshiwe, if she were to just lean into just this one blade here and just rubbing a friction, she could set herself free. But this is someone here that lives rent-free in your brain here. Rent-free in your brain. Toza Dr. Mood. Hey, that's me and I want to stop. Gogo. How gogo sengikhathele kumphupha awubantu. Yeah, no, this person feels ingrained in your hard drive. This person is ingrained in your subconscious. It seems like the further you try throw them away, just like a boomerang, they just keep coming back. The more you try to avoid this person in thought, the more they somehow find their way back to you here. And they leave you in this very indecisive energy as well. Do you want to stay or do you want to go? Because a large part of you, because of your empathic nature, sometimes, or you love the version of them that you see them being their potential. You love their potential. You love what they experience, what you experience with them kaphambilini. Kodwa these true colors lezi osuzibona manje osuzaziyo, hey, awusekho sure. Yazi awusekho sure ukuthi kahle kwenzakalani. Yes, for one or two of you, you are experiencing isandla semvene. Absolutely uyaphephetha, uyaganga lo muntu lo, ngempela uyaganga. Uyaganga. But abanye benu, it is the devil dick or the devil pussy. Excuse my candor. But yeah, injalo, TP, he gives me peace here. His voice, yo. Aveske nje ati, hello. 10-10 as I say that. That's all they need to do. Just say hello. Abuye futhi. You know what? I don't know what got into me. I don't know what got into me. I think we can work this out. Let's just go out for lunch or supper And yeah, and that intensity, man, that intensity is like a drug. Kuthiwa eish gogo uqinisile, hey uqinisile mntu omdala. Oh, oskatabolo mpho. How's Zondi? And it's a chapter of your life when Zondi. A chapter. Akusona isitori sakho les. It's a chapter. It's learning chapters. You call it your comic chapter in your life book, where you're gonna meet these energies. You're gonna meet conceited people, narcissistic people, people that are very self-centered, egotistical, controlling like this, and petikia, whether you let them in or you lock them out. Kuguwe nala, even in your mind space, nala. What's your most predominant thought here? How bantu collective? Nginithembe kangaka. Nginithembe kangaka. You know, for one or two of you, you're still manifesting this person, whether you're aware of it or not. And you may say, no, Koko, mina ngimfuni. La dlule khona. Angimfuni. But I see an energetic confluence here of still, or let me put it this way, you're manifesting same energy in a different body. That's how much you loved this experience here. That's the energy that I get here. And for one or two of you here, you're also saying, to get over someone, you need to get under someone. Okay. Hey, right. For some of you, you really want to make this person very jealous here. You want to get someone younger, more powerful, better build, more handsome, more beautiful, whatever it is, whatever your parameters are here, there is an aspect here of ngifuna ukumzwisa. Ngifuna ukumzwisa kangazi. Okay. What's manifesting right now? Oh, you're so miserable. so miserable right now. This is an energy of anxiety, struggling to sleep here. Your sleep patterns are off. They were affected here at some stage because of the separation here and why they ghosted you here. I see you blaming yourself here. And Spirit is saying here, but you just said to us, you gave it your all. How le network yenzani? And it's strange because on my side it's smooth. You gave it your all. Awusiboshwe ungakhohlwa sithando ukuthi sikhale ngathi siyahleka. Ungabe ukhala usebenzise le emoji ehlekayo. Angino ukuthi uyakhala. UDr. Mode usefikile nama-injection nama-prescription. Wonke umuntu uzawulapheka namhlanje emoyeni nasenyameni. Hey, man, collective, you gave it your all. You gave it your all here. Oh, what more? Maybe you tell me now. What more could you have done here? Now ask yourself that question. What more could you have done? Awubantu umadla ngamandla thokoza mntu omdala. I feel that you've done everything that you could. Everything in your power, anything in your imagination, everything in your heart. Thokoza that you feel like I'm not saying you're an angel. Don't get me wrong. Thokoza that you no kubonga, no filikis. Thank you for those beautiful gifts. Hi, Thomas. Ubani leyo wasebhayibhilini wathola ingane late in age. I can't remember the character in the Bible who still fell pregnant later in advanced age. Don't. I mean, your biological clock is important. Absolutely. Don't get me wrong, right? From a health perspective and all of those things. Kodwa in the very same breath, ngenxa yaloko, are you going to sacrifice your happiness and be in this perpetual state of anxiety, overthinking, difficulty sleeping, indecision, heartbreak, silence, fighting for no reasons, going back and forth. For one or two of you here, being cheated on 9-9, feeling trapped in your own head. Njani sithandwa, talk to me, njani ndawethu Teboho mntu omdala. Hey, awusasa mntu omdala. Okay, uMiss G athe koko yimiloyo. But I love this King of Wands energy. Yabona ivela kwesi-2. You're still in this King of Wands energy here. Still very much in the King of Wands energy. What Spirit's advice here to you here? Focus on yourself. Focus on your finances. Focus on your growth, which is what you're doing in any case, which I love seeing here, right? I feel that this energy is more pronounced here of you re-manifesting this person, you maybe even subconsciously, even in a different body, simply because of Mercury retrograde. I don't truly see you, I don't see it as a very strong energy. You know, the Page of Cups energy, I always consider it as an insidious offer in any case, right? Mhlambe nje se-reach ama-levels, peak levels. Anything with a pulse will do right now. I don't know. And angihleki yazi. Angihleki into serious. Anyway, but yeah. I know you guys will do the right thing, Bali Arate, honestly, Coco, because the way things are going, yeah. Look, Spirit is very clear. It's a period here where definitely past energetic confluences here are here to serve as a distraction here. A lot of you have been given this Page of Pentacles energy here because you'll be present, Allah, and it's maturing here to the King of Pentacles here. It is one of those obstacles that the universe will put in front of you to say, do you really want your dreams? Do you really want to focus on your career, your studies, your growth, improving your finances, your stability here, your own mental health, you being able to love yourself and choose yourself? Noma sekutheni. That's the big question here that the universe is posing here to you. Because I see you here, if you allow this person here, it's almost like you're delaying some form of progression, natural progression that should be coming into your life, and it's around your finances here and your stability. It's just a distraction here. Remember, what's for you will always find you, but you can choose to delay it. But you can choose to delay it, is what I'm hearing here. All right. What are the external influences here currently here? Yazi umuntu wakho unochuku. Hey, umuntu wakho unechuku. Hey, umuntu wakho unechuku man. And ulwa nabantu abaningi. Akalwi nawe nje kuphela. Around this person's energy, there is a lot of combative energy that I'm picking up right here. Uhlezi afuna ukuba right, akafuna ukutshelwa, inkomo edla yodwa, uye kuphela ohlakaniphile. And kuthiwa la, no man is an island. Uzima athe spot on, gogo, spot on. No man is an island collective. And you know, I'm getting that angazi video where the leopard sticks his head in a vase. And because of the leopard's nature, nobody can really help the leopard because muka wakhipha lela khanda kulela vase, kuyohlafunwa wena. So it's almost like the universe saying here, you know, it's very difficult to get through to this person. They almost see you as the enemy, injalo, or anybody that tries to help them. It's almost like they can't see their own folly or their own shortcomings here. And abazikhohlwa ke kuyibo ke on top of the hill, abazikhohlwa. Hhayi abasikhohlwa. Yes, Naledi, he does think that. I see that. Yeah, Atikoko, he thinks he knows it all. While Flawati, he doesn't want to be wrong. Hi there, Tumbo, Oh, Majamina, mine gave up on me last month and I found someone new this month. Ngakhohlwa ke Madlamini, sikhale ngathi siyahleka. Thokoza bethu Tabile Koke, thokoza bethu Roman. All right, what are your hopes and fears? Communication and anything moving forward here. I feel, in as much as this person has ghosted you, your deepest fear here is also opening up communication lines again, in as much as at the very same time you're hoping for them to be opened up again, but it comes with a lot of anxiety. 22:22 on the clock as I say that. Because they're to mantapa. It's creating a lot of anxiety here. It's almost like you would love for this communication to happen, but also you don't know what you'll say. Still that energy foot. Still that energy foot tilapana of, there it is. It's like you'll be talking to the void, but the image that I'm seeing right now is a layer of unsent messages. Where's that unsent messages? You're probably thinking, it's going to go back again. Greetings there to Shalati. It's going to go back again to you being ghosted. You're thinking about, a lot of you are still in this energy here of, do I send this message? Do I not send this message here? Will they still blue tick you? Will they understand you this time? Some of you have learned a new language. Still, abaguzwa. You've learned a whole new language. Some of you have gone as far as learning French, the language of love itself. You've gone to Paris. Bonjour, sari. Ayakaguzwa. Noma ukhuluma ngaye in the capital language of love. Akakuzwa. Ingena ngapha, iphuma ngapha. Anyway, gosh. Ibhlungu she my soul collective. Ibhlungu my soul. Because you've got a lot to say. Like, I feel the both of you have got a lot to say, but you particularly, there's a lot that you want to get off your chest, right? But at the same time, these thoughts keep coming and racing. You keep showing me these cards, and so you're like, what's the final outcome here, Spirit, here for my collective? The Tower. 4:10. Indliawa. In any case, we are in the cycle here where the collective is closing out old cycles. That card that was at the bottom there was speaking about Uti. This was a cycle here that's closing out. You've learned the lesson in any case. So I'm not surprised to see the Tower here. And this is the universe again giving you a helping hand here to saying, if you're not going to choose yourself, we will choose you for you ngengani. And the more you go back, that's why I said Kono Jonas, you'll be in that same vicious cycle that Grace was in, where she knew ukuthi la kade wavala wahamba wazikhetha, but she kept on forgiving. She always found a reason to come back. And the universe yenzani? Iqale kukhipha nge-front door, ithi hayi ziphumele kungakashubi. Ubuye wena futhi. Ithi okay, masiya ku-second floor, ikujumpise from the second floor. The tower hits from the second floor. Makuthi awuzwanga uyabuyela futhi, you forgive again, ikubuyisela ku-third floor, and ube futhi from the third floor. That's why there's so much back and forth, in and out. Naye back and forth. Back and forth. And if you look at Joyce's story, Jonas Inabo, you could see ukuthi The more she forgave, the more pain she always felt. And that's how the universe works here. It just keeps on level 1, awuyizwanga. Level 2, awuyizwanga. Level 3, awuyizwanga. Asiya ku-level 4, oh awuyizwanga. Level 5, kanjalo uzoze uzwe. Until there's no place to stand there on top of the tower there. I hope I'm getting the point across there, collective, and I hopefully have explained it well. With that being said here, collective, this person of yours here, the reason why they ghosted you here is that they're toxic. That's it. And this was a karmic union here for you to learn a very specific lesson here to choose yourself here. And, those lessons are very broad. So let's tap into the specific zodiac signs and find out why things didn't work out here. Well, this card popped up, possibly for the collective. Yes, I felt this energy because for one or two of you were holding on too tight. You kept on giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and giving. Benifuna ukumvalela umntana abantu bekangafuni ukuvalelwa. So for one or two of you here, the collective message is saying here, the reason why, or the lesson behind all of this was because you were holding on too tightly. Absolutely, man, love. Yeah. Anyway, let's get into the individual zodiac signs here and find out what happened here. Okay, I was thinking the house of Aries. Right, so if you were dealing with the Aries, things didn't work out, or the lesson here behind this, the universe was trying to show you the gift of stillness. The universe was trying to show you the gift of stillness. I deeply your message. Take it as it resonates. If you were dealing here with a Leo, the lesson here was because you were meant for more. You were meant for more. If you were dealing here with a Sagittarius, because the story isn't finished yet, unresolved ties here is what I'm getting quite strongly. When there's unresolved ties, and you showed me lapana there that you were competing with the ghost, ayakwini collective. If you were dealing here with a Cancer, to help you find clarity here, to engage your intuition, to trust your intuition, because your intuition has been crystal clear. Very, very intuitive water energy here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, naturally highly intuitive, especially in the arena of love. If you were dealing here with a Scorpio, because things didn't work out because you were being guided towards something brighter. So this karmic lesson here was guiding you towards something much, much brighter here. This is not your story. This was just but a chapter in your storybook. Cancer, Scorpio. If you're dealing here with a Pisces, fishies, Pisces. Yeah, to help you see through the lens, I saw here that you were wearing rose-colored glasses. Rose-colored glasses. I saw these rose-colored glasses. From here, there's that rose. Right? It's not the person's potential that you should fall in love with. It's the person's actual presence, how they present themselves to you on a day-to-day basis. That's who they are. And Shem, Pisces, water energy, so deeply loving, so difficult for them really to sometimes choose themselves because, of the zodiac signs, I could argue that they are the most empathic and loving. not to take away from any other zodiac signs and other placements, but Bonashem, it's like, you can call that love and Achilles heel in a matter of speaking. Tagoza to Yoli Tomazate. That's my case. Dandy's what, yes, I'm a Scorpio, he's a Cancer. If you were dealing with a Capricorn, usathan uqobo lwakhe. Oh, because you need to move at a pace of peace. Because you need to move at a pace of peace from all the hell that you've been going through here. The universe wants you to come to a place of peace. If you were dealing here with a Virgo, hey, Virgo always overthinking in any case, the universe just wanted to remind you of your power. Remember, at any given time here, collective, the ball is always in your court, especially in this union here. You could have decided to give your power away. And if you were dealing here with a Taurus, all right, to prepare you for a miracle. It's the reason why things didn't work out. The universe is preparing you here for a miracle. If you were dealing here with a Aquarius, the Tower, because it's time to release the past, and look at that. Right on the Tower. Right on the Tower. It's like these cards are speaking to each other. But anyway, it was time for you to release the past, and there's the Tower. If you're dealing here with an Aquarius, if you were dealing here with a Libra, to open doors you haven't seen. Things why didn't work out with the Libra? To open doors you haven't seen. All right. And if you were dealing here with a Geminis, to remind you to have faith. To remind you to have faith. Ooh, tengizazikhumbula, guys. And yeah, this was definitely a karmic lesson here. Definitely a karmic. When this card comes out, because it wasn't about the outcome, this is exactly the energy that I always speak about with Magvela Lekat. You've already given all that you could have given here. The point here was for you here to choose yourself. The point here was for you just to choose yourself. Oh, what a beautiful message there that was. Okay, collective, I hope those messages there were able to render some clarity to one or two of you here in your very complex situations that you're dealing with here. Nothing is as jarring, as traumatic as someone that you love just ghosting you out of nowhere. Ngathi abe stranger, ngasakwazi. Uthuleke nje kuthi dwi. Nawe ngoba ke une-pride and your sense of self more than anything as well, you also choose to mirror the energy because they've drawn a line in the sand in any case. They've drawn a line in the sand, and maybe it's better this way. Okay, let's get into your closing angel messages here, collective. Let me make space here. Magangenzi space. Magangenzi space. Right. Collective, these are your angel messages here from your guides, and look at the first card that pops up there at the bottom of the deck. Not the right time. It was just not the right time here for this union. Not the right time. And maybe that's also what's creating confusion in this energetic conference, is that the intensity of the connection feels like there's just unfinished business here. You also feel that you may have created an unresolved tie here, or a loop here in this energy. Okay. One more shuffle. Collective, you can choose card number 1, card number 2, card number 3. Messages here from your angels. There's card number 1, card number 2, card number 3, and the card at the bottom of the deck. And then angawakhohlwa ama-angel number, your angel numbers and your spiritual message numbers. I'm hearing someone remind me. All right. But you can also start preparing your questions here, your yes no questions. All right. Yes no question number 1, yes no question number 2, yes no question number 3, or yes no question number 4 at the bottom of the deck. Let's get you your angel whisper messages this evening. Let's get you those angel whisper messages these evenings. Lama message aphilisayo. La ekuvusa ground zero uthi yazini ulahlela itawula. Bakushaya ngamabili amathathu. And you feel rejuvenated and strengthened again. Right? Your angel number this evening is 1212. Collective, within you are shadows of dark and beams of light. The divine is reminding you to embrace the duality that is your individual spark. The spark is being ignited and is ready to illuminate the path ahead. Your affirmation this evening is, I fully embrace who I am and allow change where it is needed. And I trust the duality in me. Nice. And bottom of the deck is 14 possibilities. Building strong foundations creates stability and welcomes in possibilities. All possibilities exist and are amplified when gratitude is felt for the foundations that are in place. Your affirmation this evening is, I am grateful for all that is and all that will be. I trust in the possibilities of what I desire or something greater. Oh, collective. I feel the energy Mamfene. You guys must follow Mamfene. She does Bible recital verses. Very powerful messages that she shares there on a platform. I know she's been writing. She's been telling me she's been busy with her exams and so forth. All right, let's get you here some spirit oracle cards here. Tokens are there to Vicky. Thank you for that beautiful rose and your spirit oracle message this evening here. Collective, keep moving forward, even if you're unsure of your next step or where it may take you. Trust that you are walking the path that you are meant to walk. Remember, we are walking it with you. Trust yourself more. Emphasis, Bati, trust yourself more. Some of you know how to get out of where you are right now, your current situation, your dilemma, whatever it is that you're facing. But maybe you're putting it off by overthinking, overanalyzing, and doubting yourself. The universe is saying here, trust yourself more. Bottom of the deck here, don't lose sight of this truth here, collective. You came here to evolve and grow. It is necessary to experience the difficult times. That is when you will grow the most. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. Be proud of your journey. Oh, powerful words. Yeah, somebody needed to hear that. Especially after Labati. Trust yourself more. Let's get into your angel messages here. If you chose card number 1, your angel guides are saying here, listen to your intuition. If you chose card number 2, communicate clearly here. Kamakude to Miss L. If you chose card number 3, something here is at perfect timing. Oh, it's almost like the universe is smiling at you here. It's almost like, go, go, go. Now is the time to start here. Look at that. The signs through the hourglass are literally just starting to touch the base there. You're being given the green light. Bottom of the deck here, we've got here Remain positive. Remain positive here, collective. And going into your yes no questions here, if you chose card number 1, your answer is a big no. Hidden dangers in stillness. Proceed here with caution from spirit. Question number 2, yes no. It's a yes. Make a splash, deep dive, flowing easily into your life. Beautiful. If you chose card number 3 here, you got a big fat yes, getting it together. It's all lined up for you here. And if you chose card number 4, you also got a big fat yes, open suggestions, front and center, and steady. Collective, thank you so much, everybody, for the likes and the shares and the follows and the gifts. You guys have been absolutely amazing. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. As I usually do in the evenings as a spiritual conduit, receive these messages here from the universe, God, your guides, your angels, and know that you are deeply loved here, collective. You are definitely not alone here. And for those who do not get Shem, your good nights, your I love yous, and your I miss yous, receive it from me, because I love you. Toza to Claudia, I perpetually miss you, and you are special to me. Collective, let me leave it there. Won't you have yourselves a wonderful evening until we meet again. Amako, Amako Bandabadala.